Yes, hi. This is a recap of my call today with Adam, and I thought I'd make it available because of the concepts that apply to everyone. Anyway, we had two themes on today's call: anxiety and service. And the anxiety is most people have the illusion that anxiety is in reaction to external forces. What's happening to me? These circumstances, these situations from the outside in are what's creating the anxiety, and it couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is that anxiety and stress is internally driven. It is internally. That's the creation right there. It's what I'm saying about the things that are happening to me. It's how I'm holding it. It's the narrative. It's the story that I'm giving it. This is referred to as anticipatory anxiety, and this is how it orients. What we do is the only place that we have control is right now, but we don't maintain our control because we give it up by projecting to the past. And in Adam's case, is remembering the last time he had finals, and then projecting to the now. When you project to the past, you create panic. Then we project to the future and see how difficult it's going to be and the possibility for failure. That creates panic, and it is the projection to the future and to the past that results in anxiety, anticipatory anxiety, none of which is what is true. This is weighing heavily on my mind because today I have my biannual flight review. As a private pilot, every 24 calendar months, you need to have an hour of ground oral test and then an hour of flight maneuvers. And there are some things that I just don't remember how to do. I'm having a struggle with the weight and balance of the aircraft. I'm having a struggle with some of the performance charts. And I'm going back to the past and I'm remembering past circumstances that I had with flight training. And that's panic. That's creating anxiety. And I'm going to the future and I'm anticipating how uncomfortable it will be to go into this flight review and not know these answers. And the result of this is anticipatory anxiety. It's self imposed. So I gave Adam a 5 phase strategy, and I'll share that with you. So, phase one is first to notice that you're feeling anxiety. This is where the meditation comes in because when we meditate, we grow new neurons. We thicken the outer cortex. We thicken a fold of tissue underneath the cortex called the insula, which gives us awareness of body sensation. So the first step of my 5 steps is to notice that I'm feeling anxiety. Step two, detach. Very powerful technique, subtle technique. Detach and observe. Notice what I'm saying to myself. And ask, what am I thinking? What am I pretending to be? What am I pretending not to know? What am I afraid of? Now this is interesting that this is us in our comfort zone. Well, this layer is fear. And excellence and life fulfillment lies on the outside of fear. But most of the time, we just have this compelling barrier to bounce off of fear and stay in our comfort zone. So let me go back up to here. So, what am I pretending not to know? What am I pretending to be? What am I afraid of? And in this case, I'm afraid of looking stupid. I'm afraid of looking incompetent. Well, ask, step 4. So notice, detach, ask, now compare. So step 4 is really a compare or contrast. What's the truth? What's the truth about what I'm saying? And most of the time, what you're going to realize is the truth is not true at all. That I'm not going to be viewed as incompetent or embarrassed if I don't understand something. And then reframe, step 5 is reframe and change my meaning of what I'm saying to myself and change the action. And so a lot of that has to do with this concept right here: surrender and ask for help. So I've been studying for the past couple of weeks about this, and I'm noticing anxiety that I am imposing, and I decided just to let go, just to ask for help, and not to be afraid of being incompetent, not to be afraid of looking stupid, just to surrender. and go in and just say, here's where I'm having some difficulties, and ask for help on that. And that's a tremendous release. It's allowing, see the word allow, it's allowing somebody else to be of service to me and to help me. It's the allowing that makes a difference. Which brings me to the last concept for the call, which was going from me to we, from me over to we. We have a mindset of being selfish. And it's interesting that the me to we is putting it into a bigger perspective. And one thing you can do is go to Children's Hospital, to the cancer ward, and take a look at 8-year-olds fighting for their life with cancer. And that puts things in perspective. We get away from this self-centered, it's me, center of the universe, into a bigger picture. And the way to generate this bigger picture is through being of service. When I studied elite performance, I've been in the study of the science of elite performance for 30 plus years. Elite performers, people that we would all agree are the best at what they do, they all follow a routine. Many of them are following a routine like ours. They meditate. They start the day off with meditation. They're precisely planning for the next 7 days every week. They follow a routine. They exercise. They eat discriminately. And they have a coach. A lot of them have a coach. But all of them, they read. And all of them have a commitment to service. So it's amazing that some of the things that I read from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and this brings us to today's coaching concept. And the coaching concept from today is we are all one. We're in the same boat, and it has to do with drawing a hole in a boat. And the partner says, "What are you doing?" And the guy says, "I'm only drawing this hole on my side." Well, that affects all of us. And I love the concept here. There are no individuals, only the illusion of separateness. Everything and everyone is is of the same source, energy. So as you treat others, you are also treating yourself. Giving and being of service. Ralph Waldo Emerson says it is one of the most beautiful compensations in life that no man can sincerely try to help others without helping themselves. That the heart that gives gathers. And I think about a video comes to mind from Jill Bolt Taylor, where she talks about the illusion of separateness. And if you look at this isn't from Jill Bolt Taylor, but this comes from another source. These are islands. These are the Hawaiian Islands, let's say. And there's the illusion of separateness. But if you really look at this, what you see is they're not separate at all. It's all one. It's all one landmass. But we live in the illusion of me versus we. And one of the ways to break through this illusion is through being of service. And so anyway, that's how can you be of service? And Jill Bolt Taylor, when she had a hemorrhage, she's a neuropsychologist. When she had a hemorrhage, her left brain went all offline. And the left brain is the part of the brain that gives concreteness. It gives matter its illusion of form. And when you take the left brain off, what you see is everything is of the same source. Everything is energy. And that we are all one. As you treat someone else, you're treating yourself. So there's a tremendous bias towards being of service. And I keep constantly seeing this come up in the study of personal excellence. Service, be of service, give to others. I see it in my life where I am being of service to other people. I'm doing things without consideration to what I receive. And again, Ralph Waldo Emerson says you cannot give more than you receive. Really is an orientation outside of yourself into the bigger picture. So anxiety is internal, not external. It is internal. Anticipatory anxiety is projecting to the future and the past and framing it in a negative, anxiety-producing narrative. We can change that. Our coaching commandment is what I can control, I must control, which is preparation. So here's 5 steps. Notice you're feeling anxiety. Detach and observe. ask, what am I thinking that's creating this anxiety? What am I pretending? What am I afraid of? Remembering that the real antidote to personal performance and excellence is past that fear barrier, going through. I love the analogy, by the way, of buffaloes. Buffaloes, when a storm approaches, they run into the storm, and then it passes them, and then they're in the clear. Cows, on the other hand, run away from the storm and they remain drenched as the storm follows them by. Well, that storm would be their fears. And so detach, ask these questions, compare it to what is the truth, reframe your meaning and your action. An antidote to just about everything is being of service, going from me to we. So there you go. Have a great week.